Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience start to finish. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, I finally pulled the trigger on the Fellowes AeraMax model 9286101 air purifier. And I learned a few quirks fast, but I grew to appreciate it. There's a power on switch on the top rear, and if you forget to flip it, the unit can seem DOA when it is not. There's also a reset process for the filter change lights, which lives in the instructions, but I haven't actually needed it yet. I leave the unit on all the time, on the low setting, and so far it has been quiet, with none of the vibration or noise some people complain about. The air quality light is a little dramatic at times. It usually stays blue when things are fine, and it will drift into orange during cooking, signaling that it's dealing with odors or a bit of cooking smoke. If I clean with alcohol, the room can smell sharp and the indicator will flash red, which is honest even if nothing dramatic is happening on screen. Sometimes the light shifts to orange or red for reasons I can't pin down when I'm just watching TV, which is a touch odd but not deal-breaking. I did run it in auto for a while, and the unit did boost the fan speed when the indicator moved away from blue, then dropped back to low once the air was back to normal. The second setting is quiet enough to watch TV, but the higher levels get loud pretty quickly. I personally stick with manual low most of the time, unless I'm cooking or dealing with a dusty room or a smoky moment. The intake is on the side, so you can park it relatively close to furniture without fear of choking it. I've found keeping a foot of space around the sides helps. The lights are bright, so I try to orient the unit so they aren't directly in my line of sight. In a bedroom, facing a wall works because the exhaust on top blows forward and the light isn't as noticeable. In my living room, it sits a bit off to the side where the lights don't glare at the seating area. Replacing the filters was straightforward, and I'm about a week away from the first carbon filter change. It feels like real peace of mind, and I suspect I can tell when the air is cleaner because my sinuses thank me. After a year with this model, we also tried Pure Zone in a smaller space, but the AeraMax clearly covers more area and provides that air quality indicator which I actually came to rely on. A couple of quirks worth noting: the ionizer can be turned off by holding the bottom blue button with the star, which I always do due to ozone concerns. The unit is big and heavy, about 2.5 feet tall, so moving it isn't pleasant. The lights on the front are a nuisance at night, so I've covered them with fabric to sleep more easily. The carbon filters seem to need replacing a bit more often than the HEPA ones, and the design, a kind of space capsule vibe with the black and white, has grown on me despite the dated look. Ultimately, this purifier has lowered dust and helped allergy symptoms, and that feels worth it. If you're in a similar situation, it's a solid pick with a few quirks you learn to live with.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.